Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Monday, we got through the weekend and I've got a new tutorial out which is on the prop snapping glitch. That was all the rage last week. Now I have listened to you guys and I'm going back. It's against my better judgment, I'm going back. I'm going to accept that the prop snapping glitch is not the fault of the map creator. Although, I still think it does affect gameplay for those playing the map afterwards. But anyway, by the by, let's crack on with a map review today that doesn't have the prop snapping glitch, yeah? Yeah, good plan. Time for your daily reminder? Let's do it. That's right, hitting the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thank you very much for your support. Today's map is Hunter Lake by DarkMalady. How'd you like your coffee? DarkMalady. Oh, DarkMalady. Ah, that makes a bit more sense. Anyway, currently number 1 on the Steam map chart for the week. There's your start square. Not too much build plane there because you've got a big hill across the water. Okay, resources look like a rash I once had, but seriously speaking, I like them. I just like a little bit more fertile land if that were possible. And then off to the workshop. Pin Oak is the only required item listed. We'll be using the Montebello theme and the Arrowhead Valley LUT. It does say though that they used a lot of trees from Mr. Mason's fabulous Nature Collection tree series. There is a one-click collection. They've linked that in to the entire Nature Collection tree series. Except for all those that have the little green plus buttons. Yeah, you don't need those ones. You don't need any of those green ones at all, and probably some of the ones with the ticks by either, because I already had obviously a subscription to a number of these trees, so those are already subscribed to, and then I added all of those that were required thanks to the loading screen mod report, and all these with greens are still, well, they're excess and they're going to eat into your RAM. As glorious as they are, you don't need all of these, and it'd be nice if DarkMalady could go back and update that Steam page with a more accurate list, or even the one-click collection of their own. That'd be cool. So anyway, let's have a look at ground level, shall we? We'll start off with an intersection that I like because it's different. I don't think we've ever seen this on the channel before. Good to see something a little bit different. Might even have been hand created by the creator themselves. Now don't look down that road. Don't look down that road. I told you not to look down there. Look at this bit of road instead with the glitching. Yeah, look at that. There you go. Yes, I'm trying to hold back. I forgot there was that thing going on down the road that you didn't notice. Did you notice? No, you didn't notice. Thank you for not noticing. Yes, we're going to come this way. We'll come across that later. I'm not hiding it for the rest of the show. We'll just go a different route and find it somewhere else instead, yeah? Little switchback there. No issue with the switchback. Ignore the rail for now. We'll do the rail in a minute. This is too steep. Watch the middle of these long trucks there. Can't even stick to the road because it's so steep. But anyway, yes, a little bit on the steep side. I'd like to see that smooth. It's not a bad bridge. Not a bad bridge. It's just a little bit too sharp of an incline. Ooh, hello. Don't know if you heard that. Cars outside my window. They love it out there. They think it's a road. Okay, this is a little bit, this is definitely hand drawn and a little bit awkward if I'm honest. 3 lanes splitting out onto 3, into 6, and 6 onto 3, and it's not very pretty, really. Oh, look, there's a tree on the road. Who knew? Who knew there'd be a tree on the road? We're heading down to the start square territory now. A lot of empty space alongside the coast. Just need a little bit more of it, actually. It's all pretty solid. A little space down there to build as well. There's that hill I was telling you about on the opposite side. Should have an asset to look at somewhere. You found it yet? Have you found it yet? Did you see it yet? Has it appeared yet? Oh, there it is. I see it. Let's go and have a look, shall we? It's the worst link ever. Della Salute of Venice by matmilne. This is a really lovely. Now, if you notice, there are no fire exits on this building. And when we go around and have a look at the back side of it, shall we? Yeah, I do hope we don't have a Notre Dame with this one, because that would not be pretty. Now, factoids, because factoids. One of Queen Victoria's presents to her husband Albert was a solid silver lunchbox in which to carry his sandwiches. Though why Prince Philip needed to carry sandwiches is something of a mystery. It's a thought though, isn't it? Oh, I'm feeling a little bit peckish. Bring out the Branston. And I'm guessing virtually everybody else in the world, not in the UK, is, what? Bring out the Branston. Oh, a bit of Branston. Love a bit of Branston. Way ahead of Marmite in my rate. Oh, I love it. Marmite, yeah. Anyways, Della's Salute of Venice by matmilne. This is a really nice asset. First thing we've seen from matmilne on the channel, and it is definitely worth a look. Oh, the halo. Golden. We'll just cut right through it. It's going to be one of those janky episodes where I just managed to crash through everything. Oh, I don't know. All right, anyway, back onto the roads. Onto the roads. Now, this road, devoid of traffic coming back the other way, it is connected up. I think what the traffic we've got on the road at the moment is start of map, again, a bit steep there, is start of map traffic. I think this highway is going to be free of all traffic until you actually start building the city. You'll see in a minute. More trees on the roads. Yeah, it's the old Mr. Miyagi plan. Cause the traffic to steer away from the city centre unless it has to go to the city centre, and that's why there's hardly any traffic. Oh, certainly not up here at all. Start of map traffic hasn't reached here yet. We've got a weird roundabout intersection here. I don't know what's going on with this, but if you have a look at the roundabout, it's going the wrong way. It's going the wrong way. We'll come back and have a look at that, I think, after the intermission. It's going the wrong way. I don't notice things like that normally because it's the right way in my country, but we drive on the opposite side, which would be the wrong side. So it's either going the right way from the wrong side or the wrong way from the right side. More trees, and yes, more trees in the highway. It gets worse. It gets worse. The closer to the fog we go, the worser and worser it will get. We'll nip over that, won't bother having a look at that. You've seen the standard of the bridges. They're good. They're just not great. Now down here, yes, more trees on the highway, even more trees. The traffic piling back behind itself, trying to weave itself through the trunks. Help. Okay, shall we? I think we'll go down to ground level for the next batch, and I'll see if I can weave my way through the trunks. That seems like a plan to me. Oh, there's one left right away. Ooh. I do hope that tanker doesn't hit one. That would be a calamity. A calamitous. Don't watch the tanker. Watch the road. Watch the road. Right. Oh, nice, cozy middle lane. We don't have to move out of the middle lane at all. We'll go left around this one. And this way. Lovely. You're in safe hands. I'm a professional. Right, okay, I think we've kind of made it through all of that. So yes, it's fine. I don't know what people are complaining about. I mean, okay, trains can't really move off the rails to avoid those trees, but there are definitely trees on the rails as well. But those were deep in the fog. We can always forgive those a little bit. Now, this is more of a fantasy map and a clunky map. That tree's a bit awkward though. A bit clunky, to say the least. I say fantasy map because of the tree selection. We'll get to that in a minute. So I'm going to kind of let it off a little bit on the slopes, on the rail and whatever. We're not be talking about a high scoring map anyway. Is it playable? That's the big question. That's what it's all going to come down to, this one. Because it's not super pretty and there are detailing issues throughout with the trees on the lines. We don't see it very often, but when we do... Oh, this I like. There you go. Let's talk about something I like. This is a switchback for the rail that has to go back, turn back on itself. I like this. This is pretty sweet. Over here, and it does look like the rail's not connected here, but it is, okay? It actually is. It's just glitched out the way that... let me see if I can grab that there. Pull that back a little bit. And there you can see, just by... the glitching has glitched back in. So it is connected. So in playability terms, there's no problem with that whatsoever. It's just a minor detailing issue. Minor, very, very minor. under those 2 bridges, across the river on another bridge, through some more forest. Do you know what? Oh, we've got some switchbacks coming up here, and again, obviously, these are a little bit too steep in terms of real terms, and we've got a bit down here that is a bit lumpy bumpy and therefore a bit steeper in areas as well, like a staircase. Right, okay, let's have an intermission and come back in just a moment for some more of the map.
Are you bored with the standard vanilla bridges? Have you seen those lovely custom bridges but don't know how to use them? Ooh, very nice. Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Custom Bridges by BonBonB. Click the information button below.
Back to Hunter Lake by DarkMalady, and we've got a shipping route. And you know what, shipping route's one of the best things with this map. It's a good distance away from the coast. It's nice smooth movements. We've got one of these triangle thingies, which means everything's fairly smooth as well. And it goes off the edge of the map over here. Not only that, we've got air routes that loop around the outside of the map, also with those smooth triangle thingies as well. But what about water flow? Well, we've got a river system running into a lake. So let's have a look. Well, it's definitely flowing down. Or is it a working? It'd be nice if it's a proper working system, wouldn't it? Into the lake there. Let's have a just check of this river. Make sure that they are. Yep, I'm happy. Both of those 2 are good as well. And then if we go across here to the mouth, going into the ocean here, we've got water flow. Oh, water flow coming into the lake. Okay, which means somewhere in this lake is a null area, which means any sewage in here is going to accrue. Let's have a look in the actual start bay itself. Water flow moving in towards the coasts. So pumping sewage into this area is going to be a bit of an issue. Okay, so what's the map like as a whole? Well, it's nice. It's not. There's a good selection of trees, but it is more Narnia. Look at the selection of trees. Doesn't feel real at all. It's every single tree next to each other. So we've got different colours, different heights, different good variation. I would say the density isn't high enough and the variation is too varied. And honestly, it just looks like a random tree brush in, I would say, random locations. It's just broad strokes. I don't mind the tree placement. In fact, I've had a look for drowned trees because I knew there'd be drowned trees on this map, and I knew wrongly. I couldn't find one. There might be 1 or 2 with their roots in the water, but if there are, I've not really started down there so low on the banks. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Just not getting too precious about it, you know. It's just I don't like the random tree brush. The selection, you can do a random tree brush with a random selection, but I feel that we just got virtually every tree, one of each randomly. Oh, let's have a look at this roundabout, shall we? I think we should. Look, a right-hand driving, and we're going clockwise. Surely that would be anti-clockwise on a right-hand drive roundabout. I think so. Just seems. I mean, it works. It works. I don't think we can't argue that. I think it's wrong. But it's aesthetically interesting. Maybe an extra star for an aesthetically interesting. Got the ore on the side of the hills here. So if you need flat area for ore, you haven't got it. But there's more ore over that side as well. What more can we look at? There's so much. There's actually a lot of things going on with this map. I'm looking for a castle. There's a castle around here somewhere. I'll tell you what we have got. We have got the Essential Lighthouse. There's a couple of them. The other one is orange. Then we got steps. There's no smoothing on the hills at all. So we've got steps going all the way up and a bit of a glitch on that, which would be more evident, of course, if it was a smoothed out hill. Okay. What more? There's a castle. I'm looking around for the castle. Not that the castle's outstanding or anything. It just, oh, there, I see it. I just want to show it because I know there's a castle. Location on the hill, fairly close to the river. I'm okay with that. Just, there's not really too much more to say about it. There's a couple of towers and a separate castle body and a slope going up to it. So I guess, you know, I've made worse castles than that myself in the past. Just doesn't glow. But what do you think? Am I wrong? Does this whole map glow? Your chance to vote on this map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. I'm thinking it might not be, but it depends what else we get this month. It might be a strong month. It might be the worst map of the month. I don't know. Aesthetically, I think overall it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't burn the eyes or anything like that, but it's not pretty. I'm going down the middle with a low 3 on this one. Detailing, there are a lot of things to fix, a lot of trees to be moved and budged and deleted, and slopes are not great, and blah 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 blah. I'm going to go, I think a high 2. It's not dreadful, but there is stuff to fix. I'm going to go a high 2 for detail. Gameplay potential, I think it's very playable. I do. There's a question mark with the water though. The start square water looks a bit worrying, but I'm not completely sold on it not working. Without testing, can't be sure. I think that would mean no more than 3 stars for gameplay. Could probably be a bit higher if we had proper water motion through the start square. So 3 stars for gameplay. Hunter Lake by DarkMalady. That was a good way to start the week. Not a super shiny map, nothing dreadfully awful, just a map that some of you are going to want to play on. Definitely has some issues with the amount of trees though. Don't really need that many trees. Just a handful, just a good selection. 6 or 7 trees, including grasses, is more than plenty to do a good looking map. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. That tutorial is on the screen now. Go and have a little watch if you haven't already seen it. And there's a map from over a year ago that hasn't yet been voted on, so go and have a little vote on that too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series.